Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. Now, for today's video, we are going to go ahead and do some reactions to TikToks from Amber Lynn. I know I've never done a video like this before, sarcasm, but just something about these TikToks. It seems like Amber is having her Gabby Hanna moment over on the TikTok. Are we ever going to get to do our yearly video on Gabby? ALR is crying on the TikTok again. What's it about this time? But most of the videos are thirst traps. She's on the prowl for new wifey. We'll take a look at her brand new TikToks as well as some classics. And then there's the topic of her behavior on the vlogs versus TikTok. Which one is the real Amber Lynn? What she is showing on the TikToks or what she is showing on the YouTube vlog channel? Remember, not that long ago, she said that her live stream attitude was not her at all. She was more so like the person in the vlogs. Wouldn't your live stream persona be closer to how you are when you're hanging out with friends? Who is the real Amber Lynn? Will the real Amber Lynn please stand up? Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? So this is her Big Cherry TikTok. It was the last one that we looked at on our most recent TikTok reaction video. And it's funny because on her recent vlog, she talked about how she was going to be doing these TikToks and her quotable statements from the past. It is hilarious because back then when she said these statements, she was 100% serious. Not the Big Cherry one in particular, but when she said that she doesn't know nutrition like I do, she was dead serious. So it's funny to see her coming back now and sort of poking fun at herself. So this is another one where she's kind of sulking about wifey in the beginning because the first song that's playing is Driver's License. You said forever while I drive alone past your street, and then psych. Then Megan Thee Stallion plays and she's like, F being good, I'm a bad bee. Is our girl over wifey? Because it seems by the many TikToks that she has put out regarding wifey that she's not. And a lot of people are like, this is looking ridiculous. I know it's just alleged that wifey said freedom, but we haven't heard anything from wifey in regards to this breakup. I don't think that she's a public person at all. It's like with Becky, we got to hear her side of the story after the breakup, and people are still wondering if there is any more juice there. I mean, at this point, I feel like it's too little too late if she were to come out with a video talking about that. And I don't know if there is anything else. I mean, what we have heard in regards to Becky and Amber's relationship has been pretty bad, and that's all out in the open. Of course, Destiny recently came on and kind of exposed every single little minute detail down to the way that Amber smelled. And I think people did think that that was funny and juicy when it happened. In the long run, I do see people looking back at Destiny and just finding that to be petty and over the line and weird. What do you guys think? Some people even think that now. So here's one where Amber is playing kind of that Paris Hilton dumb blonde character. The sound is, do you know where I can get one of those gold necklaces with the T on it? And then the person goes, cross? Do you guys think that Amber Lynn has kind of played this character over the years like Paris Hilton, where, if you guys don't know, Paris Hilton played the dumb blonde during the early 2000s when she was at the peak of her fame, when behind the scenes, she was a smart businesswoman. She has made herself a billionaire from selling certain perfumes and things like that. While I don't think that Amber Lynn is this mastermind, I do think that part of her does play up this dumb character in the way that Paris did. And we could see that a lot in 2019 when she admitted that she was trolling a lot. A lot of that manifested itself as like being dumb, quote unquote. But in reality, she hasn't had the best education because of the situation that she was in regards to foster care and going from school to school, house to house. We're really analyzing this one. I do think that she does play up the character though sometimes. Still to this day, that troll Lynn character comes out for sure. So this is one of those like thirst trap Lynn videos that she's put out. The caption is, they want to see if it's true, which is one of the song lyrics of the video that she is dancing to or being provocative to. I saw someone on Twitter say that Chantal's cat isn't the only person that's in heat. I think that Amber has her feelers out there and she's trying to get that new girly Q to come by the apartment. I wonder if she is on the apps, or Amber has always been that girl that has her Instagram DMs open and that's how she finds her next partner. I know that Wifey slid into them Instagram DMs. I believe that Becky slid into her Facebook DMs. I wonder if she considers that one of the worst mistakes of her life, or a stepping stone to greater things. All in all, this is definitely a thirst trap. Our girl is on the prowl for that next caretaker. Okay, so this one I'm not really totally sure the point of. The caption is POV, I'm your bestie on FaceTime. And again, it's sort of like a thirst trap situation type deal. She does say the lyrics are like heartbroken, so I'm drinking type of thing. That's the vibe. The caption is the rush is worth the price I pay. Of course, she's dancing to Kesha music and she's rolling her eyes into the back of her head. I think that she thinks that this is hot and sexy. And again, it's another audition to get that new girl to slide into the DMs. How long until we get a new wifey? I do have to wonder, is she okay? Because we'll get to some of the later TikToks and she is not. It doesn't seem like she's okay. Get a look at these. Filter on high. You know what they say, like false advertising, right?
I woke up this morning and I felt like absolute garbage. For anybody who wants to know what garbage is, that means French for trash.
I do wonder if that's because she has been drinking a little bit recently. Am I looking into this too much? The caption for this one is me flirting. I mean, somebody needs to get our girl some water because she is thirsty. So the caption for this one right here is called When They Make You an Option, I'm Good. Yeah, our girl is good. She's not going to be an option. She's going to be the number one, not the side chick. I do have to wonder if a lot of these are shade towards Wifey, because there was this prevailing rumor, I'm not even sure where it started, that Wifey was polyamorous and she was trying to get Amber Lynn to get in on this. Some people thought that there was a man behind the scenes that was a part of this, that friend that Amber would allude to every now and again, saying that it was definitely not Eric Cook. So people thought that Wifey had introduced a third into their relationship. Could it be that that was a big point of contention in their relationship between Amber and Wifey? I guess we'll never know. Amber has adamantly denied that there was any sort of polyamory going on. A lot of people think that Wifey ended up leaving her because she quit the weight loss surgery, but maybe it was because she wasn't open to what Wifey enjoyed. But then again, why would you get into the relationship in the first place if you already knew that you weren't compatible in that way? Amber Lynn's a one partner only girl. She's a little too jealous for all that. But I mean, same. Amber Lynn is having another breakdown moment, and there is a sort of motivational speech going on in the background. She sheds a tear. Let's take a look.
One day, someone's gonna come into your life who can't get enough of you. Someone who wakes up every day just excited to hear what you have to say and see your face.
I guess Wifey wasn't that person. I mean, she said time and time again that like Wifey was so much more supportive. She even made a TikTok saying that she thought that they were going to be together forever. And it just makes you wonder, like, was it not trouble? Was there trouble in paradise? Was it not how she made it appear? I mean, obviously, right?
Someone who will make time in their busy schedule for you because you matter to them. Someone who will treat you with the love and tenderness and respect that you always deserved.
She's still having these moments. It seems like she gets it together for the vlogs. And then when that camera turns off, it reminds me of like Trisha Paytas' Showtime, which was kind of Trisha Paytas' version of Every Time by Britney Spears. When she's on the camera, she's all peppy and happy. And then when the camera turns off, it's like the attitude completely changes and she starts breaking down and crying. Amber Lynn's having her Showtime moment. Trisha Paytas' Showtime.
Into your life, who's gonna make every heartbreak and disappointment and tear before them makes sense, because if those things hadn't happened, you wouldn't be the person you are today.
I just wonder about the girls that she had, right? There was like two that she was talking to even after wifey, but she couldn't get into a relationship in Lexington. I mean, that was over. She had to leave. But it doesn't matter for Amber. Like, as long as they live in the United States or can come to the United States, she's good, because wifey went all the way from New York to Kentucky, right?
Led you to the moment of meeting them.
I don't know. It's kind of a weird look. In half of the videos, she's on the prowl for a new girl, but in the other half, she's upset about wifey. Could it be that this would be a turnoff for the people that she's trying to connect with? I know for me, it would be. If I was looking for a new partner and they were on TikTok crying about their ex, in several different TikToks recently, because this was just posted a couple of days ago, I would certainly be turned off and look in the other direction. That's not someone that I would want to connect to. Maybe she should look into that. What would you guys think? That would be a total turn off, right? Their first date conversation. Oh, what do you do on the TikTok? I post thirst traps and cry. Could you imagine Amber Lynn on a first date, like a blind date, somebody who doesn't know who she is, trying to explain what she does online, and then they go ahead and search her up on the YouTube and try to explain the whole community surrounding her? That would be an interesting conversation. I feel like it would take up the whole date. But don't talk too much about yourself, girl. Don't forget to ask questions. This isn't the best look if she's trying to attract a new partner. I'll just say that. And that's it. Like, was there a tear? I'm trying to see if there was like a single tear moment in this. That's the vibe that I'm getting. When the camera turns off, her attitude completely shifts. Like in every time Britney Spears moment, you have to, you know what I mean? Like, you have to get it together, pull it together to perform. But when the camera turns off, it's lonely and she's by herself. Now she has her mom. What do you guys think? Because I've been seeing like mixed opinions regarding her mom. People think that her mom might take advantage of her. We're not seeing that, to be fair, and I don't know. It's way too soon to tell if this will be a negative in her life. It does seem like it's very much a positive in her life and not a negative. Let's watch some of these classic Lynn moments on TikTok. This one was uploaded by Sydney Marie 237. Amber Lynn Reed always getting the wrong order. Look at Becky.
Yeah, I ordered vanilla ice cream, and this is what they gave me. Like, look.
She just got a dainty portion, 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream, right? But they gave her an entire sundae with whipped cream and chocolate sauce. How did this happen?
Look. Oh my gosh. Hold on. And it's literally comes with more chocolate. It comes with a ladle full of chocolate. What?
How is it that this always happens to our girl? It always ends up being more than she asked for, like the 2 chips instead of an apple. She just wanted a dainty little apple. Since when did they give 2 bags of chips?
I'm pumped though. Like,
okay, so is that the hot fudge sundae?
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, that looks banging.
This is $8.50, y'all.
$8. That's not too bad. But this was in 2017, right? Something like that. Goodness, so is this her Taco Bell? I don't remember this one.
It's 2 random Dorito cheesy kinds. I don't know where it came from because I don't even know if that's part of it.
She doesn't do the Doritos Locos, guys. Remember this like do-it-yourself taco kit or something?
What the?
You know, she never has any problem eating it though, right? It was all their fault, but still tasty. I haven't had Taco Bell in a hot minute.
Beef and chicken?
Beef and chicken. I didn't ask for this.
Weird. There's no way this is mine. Or no way this is like... I feel like this was someone's special order.
She's shocked. Huh? Me.
I ordered 2 things, so I don't know what this is. Okay.
What's this
So
now?
I ordered crab rangoon.
What is it about Amber Lynn? Like, she always has these cute and quirky moments that never happen to anybody else, but it happens to her all the time.
So confused why I got... And then
like with the doctor, at the doctor's office, in regards to her food orders. Never happens to anybody else, but it happens to our girl. Like, she must be the most unlucky girl in the world. Although free food isn't exactly unlucky. But that's not the point. She ordered it.
Ordered some fried rice.
LOL.
This is what a fried Oreo looks like if anyone's been curious.
Oh no, she didn't order those. They just gave her an order of fried Oreos.
Because I have never heard of a fried Oreo in my life.
I actually had fried cheesecake a couple weeks ago with wings. It was banging. It was like an egg roll, but inside the egg roll was cheesecake, and then it was topped off with chocolate sauce. It was banging.
I ordered a thing of fries, and I only ordered one, but for some reason they gave me two.
I don't like to order French fries from Uber Eats or DoorDash because they always end up soggy by the time you get them. And you know, when they put them in those plastic containers, it gets so steamy in there and it makes the French fries soggy. When they put them in those kind of containers, it gets steamy in the bags and they get soggy. I don't know how they would do it because they have to put it in a closed bag, right? But they always are soggy. So like, pro tip, just don't even order French fries on Uber Eats because they never end up right.
People have to eat to survive. You need food to survive.
Why do we always hear that as an excuse from Foodie and Amberland? You need food to survive. You don't need the Cheesecake Factory, Taco Bell, and Burger King. I did see Foodie Beauty is doing a Taco Bell fast food funeral. Ladies, how long's that last?
What are you stealing my food for?
This one's from a channel called Amberverse. You should definitely follow them on TikTok. Great TikTok channel.
I don't really do mukbangs. So I know the video you guys got for me yesterday.
Not anymore. She used to.
Was a mukbang. I figured we'd do another.
How long until we get into the mukbangs? Remember her favorite excuse was, if I'm really hurting for money, I'll bring back those mukbangs. I guess that's true for Hungry Fat Chick, huh?
Figured I would film a good old cereal mukbang. Okay, so I have a mukbang.
I gotta miss the mukbangs. I mean, that's like what brought people to her channel back in the day. But mukbangs is just not as popular as it used to be. Do you guys remember when mukbang was like the top genre on YouTube? Well, it was never the top, but it was so much more popular than it is now. I do have to wonder how Hungry Fat Chick's latest mukbang did. Like, did she get back the people that left?
If I wanted more money, I'd be making mukbangs, honey.
Yep.
Water is giving me heartburn. Water usually doesn't do this to me. So I'm hoping it just kind of goes away. But it's definitely annoying right now, and it's not going to make me stop drinking water, but it's just...
That's actually true. I've heard that before. It's not as ridiculous as it sounds. Yeah, someone in the comment section said water can actually cause heartburn in certain people with GERD.
Sucks because water's supposed to be good for you, but here it is hurting me. It's disheartening.
Disheartening. I love that.
Intuitive eating is hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get like a side salad so I can get full off of that. They don't have salads there.
Is that intuitive eating? They don't even have salads? Sure they do.
Intuitive eating. I don't want you guys to think I'm over here like gaining weight and stuff. That's definitely not it. Because I'm not trying to gain weight. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to maintain. I'm trying to lose. Are my cheese fries? Ooh, that's good. I've been back to drinking caffeine lately. This is like literally the best way.
Yeah, it's like if you're trying to lose weight, I mean...
All success is visual. Not all success is noticeable.
I do have to agree with her there because, well, it is true in the grand scheme of things. But if you look back to 2019, I hate to bring it up. We always talk about 2019. She was bedbound, and now, like, she's not really that far off that weight. 500 versus 572. I mean, once you get over 500, you're over 500. But she's walking around with her mom. You know what I'm saying?
I just weighed in at 550. I know for a fact that if I continue how I'm doing now, I will be 600 pounds if I don't stop. Oof. Almost positive I'd make it to 700. I'm
700
here.
I mean, that's just wild.
I haven't ate any of them yet, but I'm actually going to be eating those. And I'm also going to be eating this.
Oh, this is when she showed like the things that she was eating behind the scenes. She doesn't really show that anymore at all. obviously it's still going on. Like she's eating all of these candy bars and whatnot, fast food, junk food. She did go out with her family to a restaurant. Like that's fine, of course, in moderation. But the only way that she's maintaining this 500 pounds right now is because she's eating like this behind the scenes and not showing it to the camera.
Dove milk chocolate,
There's just
silky
no other way.
smooth.
All right, you guys, so there you have it. Our girl is crying on the TikTok again, while at the same time posting a ton of thirst traps. It's an interesting combination. I have really enjoyed filming these TikTok reaction videos for you guys, so let me know what you think by leaving a thumbs up if you enjoy the TikTok reactions. I feel like sometimes it can be even more fun than a YouTube. It seems like Amberlynn will post like a ton on TikTok and then she'll leave her account for months on end. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will of course catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye guys.